Hi, today I'm going to recreate a look that I did in January's Glamour magazine. It was a shoot it's this particular look. It was the strongest look of the whole shoot, but all of the pictures, which you can see on my blog because I've put them all on, were inspired by really rich tones. So it was called 5 a Day. It was about chocolates, berries, plums, all kind of foodie sounding shades. The idea being that this time of year, sort of shimmery bronzes and tanned glowing skin mixed with these kind of vibrant plums and rich berries are quite warming in this January weather, at least here in the UK anyway. It's very dark early and it's very grey, everything's grey, so by adding all these rich tones, it really enhances your skin. So the model Eve for the shoot already had a little bit of a tan, and I just further enhanced her tan. I obviously haven't got a tan, so what I've done is I've used tinted moisturiser. I've used the Hydrolife by Dior. I would normally use number 1, but I've used 1 and I've mixed quite a bit of number 2 in as well. So I've given myself much more of a glow than normal, so I feel really healthy. The thing to do as well is don't forget that you have to cover all of the skin exactly the same. So I've done my neck, I have got a scarf on, I've also done my hands as well. So any skin that's going to be exposed, the good thing is at this time of year there's not much skin exposed, so normally just your hands, and if you are going to change the colour of your skin, your neck, my ears, change my ears a little bit, so just so that everything looks exactly the same colour. Okay, now some of the looks in this editorial were more sort of browny, bronzy, chocolatey, and some were more vibrant plum. Now because the model is blonde, gorgeous and blonde and blue-eyed, she could really take this quite intense sort of heavy look. I'm going to do something slightly softer than that. I do think those reddy bronzes look amazing on blue eyes. I'm just going to tone it down a fraction. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this berry colour, it's a cream shadow by Benefit called Stiletto, and I'm going to mix it with Beach Bronze, another cream shadow by Bobbi Brown. So I'm going to create this kind of chocolatey berry shade. So I put a little bit of both shades on the back of my hand there, and I'm just going to mix them together so really get that warm chocolatey vibe going. I can probably add a little bit more of the berry tone, I think. Yeah, that looks about right. And I want to get a base down with this cream shadow before I use my powder shadow on top. So I'm going all over the lid, into the socket, so I've got my chocolatey berry all over, and I'm just going to blend it up towards the brow bone. Now the look I did in the editorial, I kept it really strong right up to the brow, which did look fabulous. On me that's going to look incredibly dramatic because I've got really dark brows, dark hair and dark eyes, and Eve the model was much paler hair, lighter eyes and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just adapt it really to suit me. Okay, I'm going to add this colour by NARS. This it's part of the Blade Runner duo. I'm going to use this one. Again, it's more of a sort of bronzy berry shade, and I'm just going to start now layering that on top. This would really look incredible on blue eyes. And then just blending as far as I can go up towards so as it's got towards the brow, I'm just really, as the brush is getting cleaner, really just softening it off. I am also going to do the really strong version exactly like in the magazine. So at the end of this film you'll see, I'll put pictures of how it looked when it was exactly copied. You'll see how dramatic it looks on me. But for now I'm just adapting it to suit my face. So next I'm going to use Black Plum Ink by Bobbi Brown gel eyeliner. Really, really nice, rich plum colour. I'm going to use it all along the lower and upper waterline. So once you've done the upper and lower lash line, waterline rather, start lining the eyes as well, all along the top. Then back to the chocolatey berry colour from NARS, and for blending underneath. And then a slightly larger brush, just to really bring that outer corner down a little bit, as I did in the magazine. The shade you choose, as I say, it depends on your colouring. I think these slightly more red ones do look beautiful on blue eyes. You could go a little bit more bluey purple if you wanted as well, which would also look lovely. Would look good on brown eyes, a little bit darker maybe. Or more just plain chocolatey if you want the whole thing to be more subtle. So onto my brows, I'm just going to take some brown powder through. I'm not going to make them too dramatic. If I was bringing the dark up and making it stronger at the top, probably would make them a little darker, but I'm just going to keep them very browny, again, no grey, keep this all very, very warm and chocolatey. Onto my mascara, I'm going to use MAC's Haute and Naughty Lash. So I've gone mainly for naughty lashes, which I actually really like. For that very dramatic kind of, a little bit clumpy, but sort of in a good way. I have to say it gets everywhere though, it's all over my finger. And then I've used a bit of the Haute just to comb through them a little bit. Next I'm going to use bronzer. I'm going to use a really shimmery bronzer. This is the Rimmel one. And I'm going to use it just like you would a kind of blusher really. I'm not going to sculpt or anything with it. So to finish off, I'm going to use a Clinique Lip Smoothie in Blackberry Nirvana. I'm going to apply it more as a sort of stain. So just a little bit on. And blend it in. So that's it. I've done the lip a little bit softer than I did on Eve, just because again I think with my dark hair and dark eyes it gets so much more dramatic, so just it's basically a softer version of that. But stay tuned, because I'm going to do that now and just show you how that looks when it's really, really dark up to the brows. And I think I'm more comfortable with this, but you never know, if you're feeling adventurous you might just want to give it a bit more strength. So I do love all these chocolatey, berry, rich plum colours and this sort of slightly tanned looking glowy skin this time of year, because it's just so grey and January and quite depressing. And I think on a kind of winter's evening it does feel very warming, and they're all flattering colours and they work on all skin tones, absolutely all skin tones. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you soon.